Okay. I'm gonna make this real quick, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna be gross as fuck, so hey, put the food down and have the children step out of the room. This. That's it. That's it. That is what clings to the back, and I don't know what to do with that. Do I drink like a fucking fish so I'm pissing every 5 minutes to try and thin it out? Or do we pump my ass so full of steroids and smoke non-stop with peppermint in the water so that I can dry it out? I don't know. Doctors, the ENT's like, it's a real simple thing. It's not it's draining all the time. We either need to thin it out or thicken it up. Well, doc, I don't know, because we fucking tried it all. Sorry. Orisman. It's gotta be the viscosity. It doesn't take very much. But a constant flow of having that uvula, that shit clinging to your uvula, so you're constantly feeling and you're like, I got a gag reflex. I got one so bad, damn. My first fiance, I was trying to give him a blowjob and I puked in the fucking bathtub. Tried to play it off though. I got a gag reflex. This is fucking miserable. The only thing I've experienced worse than this has not been mass tragedy of 2013. The only thing I've had that's been worse was fucking typhoid fever in Afghanistan. So I truly, sincerely hope that Orisman Automotive and Orisman Family Corporate so generously purchase my car off me that I never have to worry about money. Because that is the least they could do. And it's not like I'm even living really large here. Wow. Remember what effect waterboarding had on the goddamn election? Guys, if you only really knew what we were dealing with. First off, you would start with going, oh my god, because you know how the camera adds 20 pounds? Whatever bullshit you're hearing, yeah, add 100 pounds. That's reality. Minimum. Whatever you're actually hearing, add 100 pounds minimum, because you're not even being told a fraction of the truth. So just play it on the safe side. Take everything with a grain of salt. Look at a situation from at least two sides, if not considering an absolute behavioral ripple effect, butterfly effect in every direction. Walk into a situation knowing what you are, knowing what you know, and feeling what you feel. Be committed to the decision you make. Because that is how you live right. That is how you live true. That is how I am 37 years old. And I have lived a very complicated life. And I have not really any major regrets. I mean, I got regrets, sure. But yeah, no. None of the ones that haunt my ass at night. Because I gave it all. Including my life. I doubted my worth before, I don't now. I have given everything. And all we need to do is take care of each other. All we need to do is to be certain in our action. And I'm not telling you what to think. And I was gonna jump. All I'm saying is that, first of all, it's extremely fucking linear to be given only two options. Whoa, set to fail from the beginning much? What a very narrow-minded way of thinking. But also, yeah, as far as the ones we're looking at, no thanks, not applicable, does not apply, not interested, fuck you both, keep moving. I am an American. I don't know what the fuck you are, but I am an American. Step aside. Because you do not represent American values. We do not want you. We want another option. And although, small minds trapped in big boxes have actually fallen for the bullshit for a long time, guess what? Good guys finish first, starting now. United first together. We want better. Give it or get out of the way. Because we are not quitting. And with veterans leading the way, 1, do you think you have even one leg to stand on? 2, it's only reasonable. Anything I'm requesting is only reasonable. And if you doubt that, look at cut on the TV. Look at the election. I'm a shut-in. I don't even want to fucking know what's going on anymore than I can. I don't want to know, but I know people well enough to know Jesus. You know what? This is the new level of muckraking. If you take actions that you would in any respect be ashamed of, ooh, what's your deepest, darkest secret? How bad did you fuck up? And what are you doing to offer contrition? All I want is contrition. Because I want to live in a world where my brothers and I want to live. Yeah, like that. Because even when I live in the same building as John McHugh, and John McHugh, I can tell, feels harassed by me because he is my little bitch. Thank you, sir. For not a fucking thing. I take that back. I take that back. That is anger talking. I am sorry, John McHugh. I am sorry. You are clearly a good person. You are just impotent. That is no judgment on you as a person. You just failed your mission. Now I have to hope you didn't fail it all the way around, but what's done is done either way. As far as all your guilt for signing all those letters of suicide, well, guess what? You fucked up on that one. You owe. Mindfulness. When I was in Korea, one of my roommates was a fire spinner at one point. Really awesome chick. She'd been to North Korea. She was a fire spinner in the island. It was in some sort of politics. But anyway, she was a fucking cool ass chick, right? And we're hanging out at the apartment one day or whatever, and I'm like, so how does this work? How do you do it? Show me, whatever, right? And we go out on the balcony, and she's telling me about it and going through the motions, and anything you do repetitiously has the opportunity for being a form of meditation. We get wrapped around the axle with this whole thing of sitting in a certain way and doing a certain thing and clear the mind, follow your breath. Although I've been all the way to Nepal and nobody can fucking really explain what follow your breath means. And I really hate to break it down to all these people that think, yay! But you know what? A veteran is not going to be able to do that because we already have too many screams in our head. The very reason why we need this is why we can't do it the way you are. But you know what? Shooting is highly meditative. Wow. Lock on targets. Set your sights. Watch your breathing. Hold. Squeeze. To think about everything as you do it so carefully. I remember a Japanese tea ceremony. I don't remember if it was one of the trips to Japan or in the embassy. It was one of the times. And I watched this young lady perform so precisely the ceremony. I was in awe. The thing is that is a form of meditation. Anything, you can make damn near anything a form of meditation. Shambhala is a seated form of meditation with your eyes open, where it is believed the objective is to, the Death Eaters, breathe in the evil, hold it within yourself, transform it into the beauty of life, and exhale it back into the world. There is an entire sect of Buddhist meditation that believes their purpose is to act as the trees scrubbing evil from the air. Because you know what? That evil's us. We're doing that evil. We're putting that evil in the air. Another conversation. Okay, so after I left the Middle East for the last time, I seriously needed my head screwed on straight and already fucked up my second engagement. And so I left the Middle East the last time. Still recovering from typhoid fever. That took over a year as well. Wow, every time I fucking leave a war zone. Every time I leave a war, actually. Doesn't matter what country I'm in. Every time I leave a war. I am broken. And I heal. And much like the, martial arts with the hands and stuff, that where it breaks and heals, it heals stronger. Yeah, well, I'm really fucking strong. I have broken a lot. And I stand on the fact that I'm standing. I'm pretty fucking hardened. Can we please stop breaking me now? Please. Meditation, mindfulness. I view animals to be especially dogs, but I'm a dog person. I'm sure cats are too. It's just, I believe animals. Oh my God, I remember stories, right? I was going to tell you, and then I jumped onto, another story from Nepal. Okay. Releasing evil into the air. Dude, so I went to Nepal after the Middle East, right? Had to get my head on straight. The best part of it was the time I spent at the nunnery. The monastery was much less significant to me than the solitude and the companionship of the nunnery. And for a pack of women to be saying that about a pack of women, yeah. I'm figuring Disneyland, happiest place in the world, right? The fuck do I know? Anyway. Up at the monastery was very educational. And one of the guys there, we actually had a couple of guys that had bicycled to Nepal from like Germany or Europe or like whatever. They came, it took a minute, mad impressed. I mean, in their own way, holy shit, right? And of course, eating meat is a big debate in Buddhism. And I'd say that's the big reason why I didn't take vows. I like my meat. God put animals on the planet for us to eat. He didn't, God, it, she, one, the one, the all. God did not put animals or anything else on this planet for us to be wasteful and gluttonous and wallow in capital sin. But I like my hamburgers. And I'm gonna keep eating them. You know? Within reason. Everything within reason. Everything in moderation, including moderation. That's the point. In and of itself, literally, that is the point. Be it the golden ratio, or the spiral, or a toroidal, or a Mobius strip, or whatever, that's the fucking point. Everything in moderation, including moderation, until it's not. And when it's not, bam, that's the flip. A Mobius strip, the one-dimensional, the only thing in the known universe that has one side and one edge, and historically has been the symbol for God. A Mobius strip in 3D becomes a toroidal. Think a donut shape. You know, arches? Arches the strongest thing, right? Pressure on it actually diverts, and it's all the more pressure makes it stronger. Holy shit, a donut, nothing but arch. Golden ratio. The reason why we find symmetry attractive. Go look at the golden ratio, you can actually calculate how beautiful a person is. Just like tits and ass or you know, throwbacks of our animal breeding parts. We are animals, guys, wake up. Look at the spirals of the galaxy. Look at weather patterns. Fucking sit down and watch Pi. Darren Aronofsky. 314 blah 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 blah. I can't remember. Whatever, right? I remember watching that movie as a teen. Or early 20s, whatever. I remember watching it when it came out and thinking, I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. I was 10 the first time I tried to kill myself. I was 10. Now, why I tried to kill myself, wow, that's different things. But still, I was fucking 10. And being smart and being perceptive is as much, if not more, of a burden than it is a gift. So stop being selfish and myopic. Well, I was a teen and I knew what it was like to want to drill a hole in my head just so I could stop thinking. I need to smoke more. After Iraq, I realized if I kept running missions, granted, never deployed in uniform, mind you, but I realized if I kept running missions, I was gonna die. And death doesn't scare me, but pain does. Pain does. Thank you, Orisman. After Iraq, I really had to question my life. What makes me happy? What did I want to do? Why the fuck did I join PSYOP to begin with? It obviously wasn't for the money, yo. Yeah, anyway, that's what drew me to photography. I've always been a very visual person. And I have utilized all my assets, for example, using visual to be able to increase memory and blah blah blah. I have always utilized my assets, every fucking one of them, maximized efficiency and effect. And yes, I manipulate the fuck out of myself every goddamn day. How do you think I get up out of bed? But that's change. And that's what's necessary, and that's what's required. So I mindfully bring myself back to the moment. I look at the facts. I see what's in front of me. I wipe away the labels. I do my best to calm myself and look at the facts. From the moment I woke up from my coma, that is how I could defend an American soldier at his trial for the attempted murder of me. Yeah. I need a bit.